Now, my last nutrition video focused on the type of protein to use. What I'm going to talk about today is going to be how much of it. It's very, very important to kind of understand this and really get to the right level, because if you take in too much, you're just going to store it as sugar. That sugar then could be converted into fat if it's not utilized for energy. So the RDA talks about having 0.8 of a gram per kilogram of body weight. Now that is for the basic minimum levels. It's usually recommended that most people take in around a gram to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight. When you're trying to work out and you're starting to get into a program, we really need to kick that protein up a little bit higher. So getting in that 1.2 to 1.4 grams per kilogram of body weight would be really good for most people. Strength athletes, power athletes, and those that are really trying to build a lot of muscle, the bodybuilders, things like that, we're going to get up in that range of 1.4 to 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight. Now, the other thing to remember, what's very, very important, we can't take all of this just in one setting. So sitting down and having a huge meal just massively loaded with protein is not going to be good, because again, you're going to put the extra protein in your body. It's going to get converted into sugar, and it'll be stored and either used for energy or converted into fat. The important thing to remember here is our bodies only assimilate around 30 to 40 grams of protein per meal. So you need to let that get into your system, have some time in between, take some more protein in, some more time in between, take protein in. Now, when you're that power and strength athlete, that's a challenge. You've really got to kind of maximize the amount you take in, but you also have to really be consistent at taking in throughout the day to be able to get your protein needs and hit those levels that are really going to make a difference to help build that muscle and increase your strength. So again, follow some of these guidelines, kind of see where you're fit in there. I've had people also ask about, well, I'm an endurance athlete, what should I take in? Most endurance athletes are going to be operating more on glucose and carbohydrates for energy. So around that 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight would be good for them. But again, that athlete's going to need more. Now, one other caveat here is as we get older, our bodies don't assimilate protein as well as it did when we were younger. So as we age, provided you don't have any kidney problems, and I'm talking about people 50 years and older, you need to take in a little bit more protein than the normal guidelines. So somewhere in the range of about 1.4 to 1.6 grams per kilogram of protein would be good and should be sufficient. I think you'll find that if you're in that category, you're over 50, that you're probably not taking anywhere near enough protein in. And that's part of the reason why the muscles will atrophy and the muscle will go away. With that, we lose strength, we lose size, we lose mobility, we lose quality of life, and all of these things are going to start happening, and your metabolic rate is going to slow down somewhat as well. So again, let's kick that up if you're in that age group like I am. Now, if you have any specific questions or anything I can help with you, don't hesitate to send me an email. My email will be listed at the end of this video.